it's your girl Jen, and I am currently in Rome. It is actually 10:17 p.m. I have a glass of Pinot Grigio, and I thought that this would be the perfect time for me to do my June favorites because, you know, we are in the first week of July, so we gotta smash this out. Let's just get started because we've got a lot to cover. But first, let me just take a sip of this. So I want to kick things off with some beauty products. Here I have Ole Henriksen's Banana Bright Face Primer. If you guys have seen my previous Get Ready With Me, you guys know that I had primed my face with this. I feel like I have been sleeping on the primer game. Earlier this year, I truly forgot how beneficial they can be, especially with making my makeup last longer and to make my makeup sit better as well. I have dry to combination skin. It gets really oily in the T-zone, but the rest of my face is super dry. So that's where this primer really comes through. This is infused with vitamin C, so it really brightens up the face, and it also has these illuminating particles in them. So it just kind of makes your skin have that healthy, dewy, glowy look. I've noticed that since using this, my makeup is just extended. Like I did this face at like 9 a.m. in the morning and it has stayed put. Oh my god, if you are a fan of citrus, you're gonna freaking love this. Like if they just had a scent like this, like a perfume, I would just be dousing my whole body in this. My next beauty favorite is ColourPop's No Filter Setting Powder. It's pretty rare for me to kind of venture out from setting powders because I just am so anxious about getting flashback. Like there's just no right time to try out a new setting powder because it's just the risk of getting that horrendous white glare is just not worth it. Regardless, you do not need to worry about flashback with this powder. So this powder is very, very fine, and I think that's what makes it kind of drying. Since my skin is more on the dry side, I make sure not to do like a heavy dusting underneath my eyes. If anything, I use a very, very light hand underneath my eyes because it can look a little bit creasy if you just try and bake with it. So other than underneath the eyes, everywhere around my face is fair game. I feel like it really controls the oil. It really smooths out the pores and gives you that airbrush feel. Honestly, for $9, this powder doesn't get any better. So my last beauty favorite is Fenty Beauty's In the Sun. For the longest time, I was just very, very attached to Benefit's Hula Light, and I thought it was just time to venture out, and In the Sun is the lightest bronzer in their collection, and so I like to go a little bit on the lighter side with bronzer because I tend to get a little carried away. If things are a little bit too pigmented or dark for me, it can look very bad. There have been times where it just looks like I have like just sideburns on my face because I bronzed or contoured incorrectly. In the Sun really, really prevents me from doing that. I definitely have warmer undertones, and I feel like this color is really great for that. I absolutely love the formula of this. It's really smooth, creamy, blendable, and as you can see, it's very much well loved. You can't even see the embedded logo on the pan anymore. Next up on the list, I have an accessory. I have these earrings. Where did the other one go? Oh, here it is. Okay, I would say I have difficulty committing to gold or silver, so I feel like these earrings are a good compromise. The base is gold and warm, and the diamonds are nice cool tones, so yeah, these are just a really fun, cool statement earring to just add more glimmer to the face. You guys know I love sparkles, and I feel like I'm always just trying to find more ways to incorporate sparkles into my life. Alright, so now we are moving on to books. The first book I have is called Irresistible by Adam Alter, and this was recommended to me by Ashley of Best Dressed. Love you, girl. She actually recommended these books all in one night, and you know, when people give me recommendations, I actually write them down and I try my best to read them, and yo, this book will make you change the way you think about addiction and the way it pertains to social media and any technological device you have. So the book really starts off with a bang. It talks about Steve Jobs and his whole talk about, you know, the wonders of the iPhone and how just revolutionary the iPad is. Just basically any Apple product is just gonna be like insane. But the most ironic thing is that Steve Jobs and other tech titans, they don't allow their children to use the very items that they are promoting to us because they know that they're hella addicting. I really love the fact that this book really dives into addictions in general. So the first half is just talking about the origins of addiction and how something can be so addicting to people. Because I feel like a lot of people look at addicts being like, oh, well, you know, they're on drugs and, you know, they're prone to it. But in reality, everyone is capable of being addicted to something. And I love that the chapter really talks about even like heroin addiction, and then it kind of goes more into behavioral addictions, like people that are obsessed with answering emails or can't stop gaming through multiplayer networks, or, you know, even social media. And it really opened up my eyes on how much I use my phone. It's kind of creepy how much I spend my life glued to my screen. And it's just kind of funny because even though like social media is my job, it kind of made me realize like things that make it more addictive in nature. It just showed me the cues on how something can urge you to keep checking it over and over again. And it made me more mindful about my own screen time use. Like, I forget the statistic of how much of our lives are glued, like looking onto our phone. And it's kind of inspired me to try and not use my phone for a week. Like, honestly, I don't even know how that would pan out well for me. It's kind of creepy. Like, when you lose your phone, it is truly the worst feeling in the world. Like, I would much rather lose my wallet than my phone. I would much rather lose my entire purse with my wallet and everything inside than lose my phone. Please tell me what you guys think about that situation. I would also say this book made me feel more compassionate about people who are addicted to things, because it really showed me that anyone is a candidate to be addicted to anything, because it's a matter of the circumstance and the environment. So when those two things collide, boom, you've got just this cycle of just like positive reinforcement, and then like this reward, and then like this addictive behavior. So it's just kind of like this loop that is really, really difficult to get out of. It's just interesting to see how that whole cycle works. I'm also very curious on how long your guys' screen times are on your phone. Please write in the comments down below. I feel like this would be a very, very interesting discussion. So my next book favorite is called 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think. And this book was actually sent to me by Bianca of the Instagram account Rainbow Salt. It is truly one of my favorite Instagram accounts. She does a lot of just essays about like self-development and inspiration. And if you just want like soul-fulfilling content on your Instagram feed, I highly recommend you guys follow her. But basically, she was so sweet enough to send me her book and this book as well. And I haven't gotten to read her book yet because I'm a type of person where, like, especially with like physical books, it's hard for me to switch off. But I have only cracked on to this essays book first, but I'm gonna get to her book later. I promise, Bianca. It's on my nightstand. I am going to read it. But I really wanted to hype this book up because I feel like if you're the type of reader who just likes like bite-sized pieces of information and like doesn't need to like just commit to a full like 40-page chapter, this book is really great because everything is very just small. I would say like each essay is around 3 to 4 pages and everything is so inspirational. There is an essay about 10 things emotionally intelligent people do not do, and there's also an essay called 6 uncomfortable feelings that you're actually on the right path. And there's also a lot of essays. Like, my favorite essay was about strangers. It's basically saying like how the people you once loved become strangers, and it was just so like sentimental. Like, it made me cry. I made everyone read it at a pool party that I was at. They just really make you think, and it just kind of like gives you more like aha moments. And I would say, you know, June was just like a particularly emotional month for me. I feel like I say that every month, but let me just say, like, June was a lot for me. And so this book really came at a perfect time, and I highly recommend you guys read it. For my music favorite, I have S.G. Lewis's song with Han called Overdose. I feel like S.G. Lewis and Han are just the masters of love songs, especially in the electronic field. It's one of those songs where, like, right when I heard it, I was like, I love it. I can't stop listening to it. You know, it's one of those love songs that make you fall in love with the person that you're with again. And I feel like if you're in like a long-term committed relationship, it's like both of your guys' job to find ways to fall in love again. And this song just kind of encompasses that. And it's so infectious, it's sweet, it's melodic, and the lyrics are just, oh, they just like hit home. I will leave a link in the description box, so please go check it out. It's just like a summer love song that will make you feel all the feelings. So I've saved my last favorite for the end because it's a little questionable, but yo, Love Island is back, man, and it is so good. Like, I feel a little weary, but also proud that I have actually finished all seasons of Love Island. And this is the first season of Love Island where I'm actually like on time with it. So every episode I've been just like clocking in. And this season is crazy, y'all. Like, if you guys are watching Love Island season, please let me know. I would love to just kind of like tweet about it. But then again, like, I don't want to like hate anybody. Like, I would say like certain people that are getting a lot of hate are like Amy. Like, I really feel for her. Like, she's not my favorite character, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like slander her. But you know, I do feel for the girl, especially because I feel like a lot of contestants on Love Island like deal with a lot of like psychological problems because of all like the intense like attention on them. The couple that I'm rooting for are Molly May and Tommy. Okay, I think I do a pretty good impression of Molly May. Ben says otherwise, but it goes like this. I'm Molly May, I'm with Tommy, and I'm in the villa. I'm just gonna stop. It already sounds really bad. I just feel like they're a really great fit together. They're like the same age, and I actually see them like working out, you know, at least like 4 to 5 months after they get out of the villa. Like, I don't think they're gonna get married. I don't think any of the couples actually get married after Love Island, but I do see like a longer future with them than most of the other couples. Before, I was rooting for Amber and Michael, but if you guys are watching this show, then you guys know some things have happened. I feel like I'd even do like a preface of what Love Island is about. But basically, Love Island is a reality show in England, and it's basically just a bunch of single people on this like fabulous villa, and they are supposed to couple up, and the best couple wins £50,000. All right, everyone, those were all my favorites for the month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Before I leave, I would love it if you guys left me your favorites in the comments down below, whether it is beauty products, music, TV shows, books, even like a gadget. I would love to know because I'm actually gonna try it out in my next video in July. I actually want to like try your guys' favorites and then give you guys my review on it. So please let me know. I think that would be a really fun video to do where I just like try out your guys' suggestions. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah.